clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. And I gotta win no matter what, like fourth down, Hail Mary, no punch. Like every time I touch down, I gotta stunt. Randy Moss, yeah, my numbers going up. All these trophies, what do I need any more for? Check the stats up, you can check the scoreboard. Check the stats, Jay Critch, I'm the QB. Ran it up and then I went and got a new freeze. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. If you ain't a winner, then don't come round. On my way to another city, it's a touchdown. Underlay, yeah, I gotta get it in a rush now. Let them hate, try to knock me down, but we got up now. You say that you ballin', keep it real though. Hey, why I never saw you in the field though? Hey, I make it look easy, it's a field goal. I've been grinding for a minute and I'm still going. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine.
Okay, Coach, the playoffs are back at Lambeau, and the temps, well, they're where you would expect them in the frigid range. Just how the Cheeseheads like it here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the Green Bay Packers. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Check. Check hot route. Hot, any weapon. Kill. Hey, look.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
At the 30-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
56. All day. Undercross, under 56. Pull it, half. 2-6.
Here's Dobbs to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 42.
That's good for a Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Check 50. Check 50.
Now it's Hines. Gets past one man. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5.
We taking wins home. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Dobbs is throwing. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
First down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 57 ending. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. He's at the 50, the 40, past the 20, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Lutt's good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
On 1st down, Hines. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Bravo! 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. Wild Bill. At 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Now Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Team 6. Let's go, D. Tighten up. At 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. Rabbit. At 25 to Mike. We're going 25. Ready?
After the sack on first down, Jones, and the pressure gets to him again. That sack came from the corner. On the corner blitz, it was Josh Jackson.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Throwing Jones. Looking long for Thomas. And that is incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Yeah, here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. First and 10, Dobbs. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Dobbs. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off right around the 43.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work. Check. Crunch. Check three. Christian, travel. Hey, orbit.
Here's Jones on first and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Tie your right. Hey. We got three. Three down. Hey. 50 to Mike. Here we go. Mike's 50. Who that? Smooth. Mike's 50. And we're pretty quiet, D. Let's go.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
It's just me and you. Hey, Alpha. We're going 25 to Mike. Check. At 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. Watch the slant. At 25 to Mike. Be driven.
From the gun, Jones. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. DK Metcalf, 41 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Off the play fake, here's Dobbs. Sliding out of the pocket. And he finds a man with a crossing route. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Tighten up, tighten up. Watch safety creep, watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Operating from the gun, Dobbs. They're hauling it in, Nelson. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Dobbs now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. They'll run it. This is Muhammad. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. 13-0 is the score after one on EA Sports. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. Here's Muhammad. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
They come out here in the eye. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. On 4th down, Dobbs. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Toss play, Kamara. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 51 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me on a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Dobbs. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Dobbs. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A good pick up there, 26 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The throw over the middle taken in. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 18.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Dobbs to throw. Touchdown, Packers. An 18-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. That is good, and that'll make it 20-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Jones, off play action. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl.
Hey, wahoo!
Jones now on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Hey, Zoo. At 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
Second and 13. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Joshua Jackson there to knock that one away.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. At 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. Hey, high 7. Ready.
Now Jones operating from the gun. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now Dobbs. Campbell making the catch. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 36.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, it's Dobbs. Escaping the pressure right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. And did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Dobbs. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Back to throw Dobbs. The quick slant caught. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Paris Campbell in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that trims the lead down to 9. So the lead is now dwindled to 9 as the kick here is away. This will be taken very short. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Man out. 58 the money. 58 the money.
Here's Jones. A final shot before break. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters, as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Right here. Check three.
Here's a 2nd and 7. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Ready. 60 outlaw, 61. Match box, right. Bud. At 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. You ain't going nowhere. At 25 to Mike. We're going 20. Hey, box truck. Be driven.
To throw on 3rd down. Jones going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight.
Dobbs. Making the catch is Sternberger. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
43 in the mic. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Out of the gun. Dobbs to the tight end and complete. It's Sternberger over the middle. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
That's good for a Packers first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Check. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Hey, watch it. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
On the carry, it's Muhammad. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Dobbs. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Throwing here, Dobbs. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. He's going to field this at the 4. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Exit. Here we go. Yes. Check pass.
Back to throw. Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run on 1st down. It's Hines. And the ball is knocked out.
Result of the play, 1st down and 10.
Here we go. 6 the outlaw. Go.
On first down, Dobbs to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Dobbs. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Hey. Trying to collect. Hey, Mike's 50. Hey, Charlie. Check tight. Get it.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Mike's 50. Go.
Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. He'll take it at the 42. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
That's how we do it, baby.
Brought down back at the 43-yard line.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and long. Dobbs. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That good for 22 and a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 18-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
General West. Hey, Hayward. March 50. Watch the slide.
2nd and 4. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
Push him back. Check 52. Recon, 132 fighter. 58, boy, 58, Mike. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. You draw corkers.
Looking to throw. Jones. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for 2.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
They'll try and throw for it. That's caught. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Fair catch. Made it at 25 yards. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
1st and 10.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. High throw, but the catch is made. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Joey Bosa, his 2nd sack of the night.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's Dobbs to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Joey Bosa bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Dobbs is throwing. He's got the hook up to Lazard. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for fourth down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. On fourth down, Dobbs. Over the middle, complete. It's Ray. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Back to throw. Dobbs. And Dobbs is going to be swallowed up as he'll go down. Joey Bosa make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Looking to throw. Dobbs. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Catch made here by Campbell. 19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short. It's fourth down. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it second and 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 35-yard line.
At 25 to Mike.
Bravo.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Jones now to throw on third down. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try to put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Dobbs. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Dobbs looking to throw on 1st down. And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to baseball with the intentional walk.
Always bringing in other sports.
Always, hey, listen, think about the intentional walk, right? What if one gets past the catcher? What if he uncorks a wild one and now you still have an opportunity? That's why they like to use them all the way through.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, 1st down. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
Here we go, here we go. 10 logo. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. And I know it's hard to find solace on one side when the season ends, no matter where it ends, but especially in the playoffs because there's all that build up to the moment. But I would imagine the post-game locker room speech, it'll have a pretty positive spin.
It should. They've made a heck of a run to get to the playoffs and have that chance to advance, even though they didn't. But you're right about how much it's going to hurt because when you work that hard to get this far, it hurts just a little bit more. No matter when your season ends, it's a downer. But in this case, even more so because you had your eyes on the big prize, which was the Lombardi Trophy.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Lambeau, good night, everybody.
time. I don't